Welcome back to my Minecraft survival series, FoxWorld. This is episode 18. If you remember, in the last episode we looked at the new features in 1.21.5 Spring to Life update, and I thought that cactus flower could only be obtained in deserts, in newly generated deserts, but you can actually get it when a cactus grows. So I've just harvested the top cactus. When it regrows, then a cactus flower will appear on the top. I'm just going to do that for all of these so that we can see it happen, perhaps. This is taking longer than I thought it would take, so we're just going to keep waiting. But also I found out that leaf litter can actually be used as fuel in a furnace, and I think you probably need quite a lot to smelt an item, so not the best fuel. I don't have many. I only have about 4 stacks, and I intend to use my leaf litter for decorating in upcoming builds, such as today's build. So I'm not going to be using it as fuel, only if I'm very desperate, and we seem to have a visitor. Do you have anything of use, like mangrove? I desperately need mangrove. Oh, they sell wildflowers. We're still waiting for a cactus flower to grow, so I think this is a good opportunity to tell you that I am very close to 1,000 subscribers. I might even be at 1,000 by the time this video is out, which is exciting. And I never usually ask for subscribers, but because we're so close to a very big milestone, I think it's a good opportunity to ask you to do so. It would be appreciated, as always. This is taking a very long time, so I think I will come back to that. I would like to tell you about what we're going to be doing today. It is a big build compared to the usual size of builds in FoxWorld episodes. You see this over here, it's been like this since day one, and this terrain, this ugly terrain, is the reason I haven't built over here past my house. So I think today we should make it look a lot nicer somehow. I have a plan, but it's gonna be a big project because this is really, really bad. I've not built here for a reason. What I want to do is turn this into a cliff. This was actually the first cave that we explored on episode 1, but I don't think it's a very good cave. We just need to cover it up. I have a very good plan for this, and then you see this river over here. I think we can extend it up towards that cliff, make it an inlet sort of thing, and then decorate the inlet floor, which I think will look very cool with deep slate, tuff and things. As you can see, my inventory is full of those blocks. Anyway, I think we should sleep. This is going to take a very long time. It's definitely the biggest project I've done in FoxWorld so far in one episode, but it will be worth it in the end because we'll be able to build over here and transform this area of Spud Valley, which currently is where I gather materials. So speaking of materials, I don't have many at the moment. I have quite a lot of stone, but this won't be enough to get me through the entire build. Barely any tuff. This is the only andesite I have to my name. I've not collected andesite in a while. Just over a stack of cobbled deep slate, so materials not looking very good. I will have to go and get materials. Usually I gather materials before I start episodes, but I just want to start this project so that I do actually start it and I stop procrastinating. I've been struggling to know where to start with this because it's a very big terrain transformation, but I think first of all we should look at this area. This is a very big cave, actually. Let's patch up some of these holes first, so it's easier to visualize what it will look like. These are very ugly holes in the river. Minecraft river generation is not very good at the moment. So, as you can see, we've got a very big cave. This is where I get all my riches from. So I don't want to cover this up. I want to leave this exposed. There is, I believe, a double cave spider spawner, or 2 cave spider spawners that are in very close proximity to each other. So I'm eventually going to turn that into something probably quite soon because I do need XP. So we have to work out a limit to where we want to transform this. I'm thinking somewhere here, probably. I don't know, let's work out a rough thing. This will probably change, but yeah, something like this. Connect it up to here. this is kind of where we want to... Oh, my shovel broke. I think this is where we want to go to with our inlet area, just so that we can still access the cave. And this is quite far from where I want to build, which is over there, so I don't think it'll be too much of an eyesore. We have a plan. I think we should just get started with this. I will see you in probably a week. I don't know, hopefully less. Hopefully it doesn't take a week to do this entire thing. But I have big plans, and they will probably change slightly as I get better ideas as I'm building, because I will identify problems and things like that. But this is quite a big area that we have to transform. In my head, it wasn't this big. You're probably wondering where I am. Well, I am in an amethyst geode that we found in the first episode, which was a very long time ago. Now I'm just here to get some smooth basalt for my build. I was mining smooth basalt and I found this crevice here, and I followed it down to see what was down here out of interest, and there is another amethyst geode down here, and yeah, 2 this close is very rare, I think. So that's great because I need a lot of smooth basalt, so I guess I just got very lucky. So we can we'll be able to make, eventually if we want to, 2 amethyst farms at the same place. And I don't think we'll ever need much amethyst, but it's cool, and this is probably really rare to find 2 this close together. Anyway, the build is going well. I'm still gathering resources because I've had some ideas, so you will see the build eventually when I've got to a point where I can show it off. So a lot of progress has been made. It's still nowhere near being done, but as you can see, I have done a lot of terraforming. This is the riverbed of the new section of river that I'm creating. So as you can see, the deeper sections... Oh, okay, couldn't water bucket that. Deeper sections of river are a mixture of cobbled deep slate and smooth basalt. I think these are quite dark. I didn't want to use blackstone because it's a pain to get, because you have to go to the nether. I did go to the nether to get some basalt because I forgot where there was an amethyst geode, and then I realised afterwards, so I nearly died to a magma cube. That was embarrassing. We really need to get this diamond armour all nice and enchanted. I have been wearing this diamond helmet. I'll get to that in a second. And then as the water gets shallower, the blocks get lighter, so we transition into tough. I found it a bit difficult to transition into the tough because it's so different from the deep slate and smooth basalt, but I think I did an alright job. And then we have some mossy cobblestone mixed in because it is a riverbed, so there's going to be some greenery growing. And then as you get even shallower, you get andesite and stone as well. I just realised I forgot to do this, and this will be underwater, so I will do that. For some reason, yeah, I was thinking we were at 63 and we're actually at 62. Oh well, I will do that in a second, but other than that, I think this is the entire new section of river that we're introducing in this episode. I have done this side's steeper, so you get less of a slow transition into different blocks. Now we have the annoying part, and that is terraforming under existing water, which is going to be annoying. I have built a dirt platform just so we can see how deep we're going, and it will make it a lot easier as well. We have covered up some of this underwater cave. I'm not sure what to do about this section. I might just cover it over with dirt or something. I don't know, I have to think of something that will look beautiful. Anyway, we do have to get rid of this wall that's holding back the water. So it will look temporarily ugly because we'll have water flowing down onto here, and it won't look very good. But then when we flood this, which I'm not excited for, it'll hopefully look very good. But I don't want to do any of that until we've sorted this cliff out. I have only done the riverbed up to here. It will extend further, but I want to do the cliff before I'm thinking about any of that. Before we continue building, my cactus flowers have grown, and it seems like there's only a chance that it will spawn a cactus flower when it grows, so, because this one hasn't, these two have, so, oh, yes, there we go, there's our first cactus flower, very nice. Can we catch it? Yes. And I think it can be placed on any full block. It looks really nice, it's like a, similar to Spore Blossom, except you can place it on the top sides of blocks, which is what I've been wanting for a while. You can place it on stone. Can you place it on leaves? No. Okay. What? Let's find a weird block that you can place it on. Enchanting table? No. Crafting table, yes. So yeah, it seems like any full block you can place cactus flowers on. Or can you bone meal them? Let's see. We do have quite a lot of bone meal in our terrain chest that we've been keeping over here. So, bone meal. Let's see, can you bone meal them and get more? Oh, you can place them on walls, okay. Ah, you can't, okay, so you have to... We could make a farm for them then, if we want a lot of them. But placing them on walls, that's quite cool. I assume you can place them on fences as well. Can they be placed underwater? Oh, okay, they just pop off, okay. That's fine. So, yeah, it looks like it can be placed on almost anything, which is very good. I will hopefully use these quite soon, because next episode I want to do some beautification around the edges, possibly. I'm not sure. We might do all the building first. If so, then it'll be a lot later. Oh, my chestplate just broke. I walked into a cactus and chestplate broke. I've never had that before. It's been a while since I recorded the last clip, and, well, I lost motivation midway through, which wasn't great. I think this was a bit too big, definitely the biggest thing we've built in one episode so far. But I've finished it. I've come back and in a couple of days managed to do the entire cliff. So, yeah, what I had already done before in the last clip was just this new area of river. I have done the riverbed for the existing section over here and destroyed the wall, so now it looks really ugly, but not for long. And then the big thing that I didn't think would take so long is the cliff. Every block was thought about carefully, and I had so many different types. I had, as you can see, tough, mossy cobblestone, andesite and stone, but slab and stair variants of each. Yeah, it wasn't very fun. And then I'm a big fan of the moss. I have kind of draped it over the edge, in particularly here. I'm not sure if I've made it too thick. I don't know. We'll see when we flood this area, because the level will rise. This tough and mossy cobble layer down here is meant to be wet rock, so it's darker, and then you get andesite and stone up where there's a lot of light. And then underneath the moss, I have tried to put some tough and mossy cobblestone under there to emphasize the darker areas. Not sure if it's worked very well. I don't know. We'll see. So, our next job now is to get a lot of dirt, which I've actually got quite a lot here. I didn't expect myself to have so much already, but I guess that's a very good thing, because we're about to flood this place, and I'm very excited for this. It'll stop looking ugly, but yeah, it will be quite difficult. Luckily, I have Respiration 3 helmet. That's going to save me a lot. It was very helpful here when I was building underwater. That wasn't very fun, but I did it, and I'm sure after we flooded this, it's going to look so good, and then we can add the final details, and it'll be done, and I won't have to do this ever again. This has taken a very, very long time, but I have just completed it. Well, not just, but I've completed it today, and I am very, very happy with this. It took longer than expected because I didn't take into consideration time spent waterlogging slabs, which was more than you'd probably expect, because slabs are so annoying to waterlog, and there's so many around here. Also, seagrass can't be placed on slabs, so that, yeah, makes it look a bit weird. I've tried to place the seagrass quite sparsely, but you can only do it so sparse without it just looking a bit bare. So I think it looks okay. If you don't concentrate on the slabbed bits, then I think it looks absolutely fine. But, oh well, yeah, I am very, very happy with this. Finally finished. This has been a ongoing project for 2 weeks now, probably a bit more than that. And yeah, it is finally finished. We will worry about that section another time when we come to build on there. We might build on that. I have a pretty good idea, but I will reveal that in the future. Anyway, this is now done. We can move on. But I want to tell you about this because I forgot to do that earlier. So I did a bit of terrain over here. Nothing beautiful, just some grass. But it was to cover up this ugly cave, or cover up most of it so that it's not visible from over there or something. It just looks like it's a slope up to here, but no, there is a cave down here, and eventually I will cover this completely because there is something I want to build over here, but I have left a hole somewhere here. This is our entrance down to the cave, so we can still get down here, gather resources, and that's what I've been doing. So here's the cave that it leads down to. This is what we explored very early on in this survival world, but yeah, here's where I've been gathering deep slate and tuff and things. This is a big area that I'm carving out. We could eventually do something down here. I don't know, maybe a bunker project? I don't know. I'll have to think of something we can do, but definitely not in the near future. Anyway, I was digging around this tuff deposit, and look what I found. So, I have brought my Fortune 3 pickaxe. Hopefully we can get 5, let's say. That's maybe 4, I don't know. 4 or 5 I'll be happy with from these 2 ores. Oh, 6. Wow, 2 ores and we got 6 diamonds. That's very good. This now brings our total up to 54 diamonds, nearly a stack. And I'm still in iron gear, but that's because we have armor that we're maxing out. Hopefully, in the next episode, we will be able to get it fully wearable, so that it's got best enchantments. Or maybe the one after, I don't know, depends what happens, what I think will be suitable for the next episode. But definitely, sometime soon, I will sort out my storage problem. At the moment, I have 6 double chests, and these have been my main storage since episode 2 or something ridiculous like that, or 3. And I have outgrown this, so I am storing items now in the barn or in the sheep farm. They're the 2 places that aren't my storage room, but I am storing stuff there. So it's getting more and more disorganized every day. We need to fix that, so sometime soon I will build a storage room over here. That'll be the next project, and I wanted to do this so that we could build over here and it wouldn't look ugly. And yeah, we've sorted this out, so I'm very excited to expand over here, get some buildings around here to make it look very, very nice. I've had an idea for a game feature that I think makes a lot of sense. So at the moment, leaves fall from trees, and that's a new 1.21.5 feature, but they just disappear, and I thought it would make sense to have leaf litter spawn underneath if there's an empty block, because at the moment you have to smelt leaves in the furnace unless you want to go out gathering leaf litter, and both of those can be quite annoying. So, and you'd be able to make this farmable as well, I believe, so that'll be a very easy way of getting leaf litter, and it would save a lot of time. So we have a lot of sticks, and let's see how many emeralds we can get. Also, we'll be able to level up these Fletchers, which should be very nice. Will we buy this Fletcher out? Maybe, yes. Okay, let's just get some XP. 35 levels. We're doing very well. I nearly died to an Enderman during the building process. That wouldn't have been fun because I had a lot of levels, but there we go. Nice, 22 emeralds. That's very good. We've boosted our supplies again, now half a stack. So, while I was doing the building, a wandering trader came past, and probably the most useful wandering trader I've ever encountered. No mangrove, though. If I had mangrove, it would be the best one ever, possibly, for me. But I was able to buy a few good things, like a fern. We have a jungle, but it is very far away, and I can't be bothered to go back there to get ferns. tall dry grass managed to get. You can only find those in deserts, and currently there is no desert on this world. And then some pale oak, bought half a stack of logs, that was all it was selling. I don't know where we'll use them, but if I ever want a little bit of pale oak in a build, then we can add it, so that's very nice. No pale forest as of yet in this world. There's several biomes that we just can't find, and we need to do a bit more exploring to be able to find them. Anyway, one more thing. I promise this will be the last thing. That is updating this map that we haven't updated for a few episodes. But this is the area that we've been working in. So let's do a bit of that. And as you can see, it looks very different. Does this need updating? I don't know. I think this is... Oh, I think we need to run over to update these. Oh, that looks very satisfying. We have changed a lot in this episode. It's a huge inlet now in the middle of the map. So yeah, as you can see, spawn is there. So I think we could build something on top of the cliff. That would look very nice. Oh, I'm very excited to do some building over here. We haven't done many new buildings in FoxWorld for a while. I think the last one was the fisherman hut, so yeah, a new one is definitely needed, and that will be just there, the storage room. So yeah, that's what the next plan is. So it's been a very big episode, finally getting this done after so long, and I was putting it off, but luckily now finished, and I am very excited to work on things around here. So hopefully you enjoyed this as well. Sorry if it's a bit shorter, but I don't think it will be any shorter than normal. But I'll see you in the next episode.